So we took a look at Islam and how it started to spread and the reasons that it spread in Arabia and where it was and how the religion developed there. So now we're going to take a look at some of their achievements that were made in the area during that time period. So first we have to look at some background information. Historical context. The Muslim inherited much from Greece, Rome, and India, and adopted much from the people they conquered. Because of their tolerance of other cultures, they were able to advance scholarship in several areas to the highest level at that time. As a result, Muslim achievements stand at and have a lasting impact on world cultures. Islamic contributions to medieval Europe were numerous, affecting such varied areas as art, architecture, medicine, agriculture, music, language, and technology. From the 11th to 13th centuries, Europe absorbed knowledge from the Islamic civilization. Of particular importance was the rediscovery of ancient classic texts. So our question, our focus, or purpose is why were Muslims able to make such great contributions, and how did these contributions impact the world? So that's what we're thinking of. That's what we're trying to figure out using these sources. So take a look at your first source. We first want to find out where this is from. It's from a textbook called World History Patterns of Interaction in 1999. So it's not a primary source. The people weren't really there, but they researched and created a textbook analyzing this information. Okay, so let's read the quote. Let's see what they say. Muslims had practical reasons for supporting the advancement of science. Rulers wanted qualified physicians treating their ills. The faithful relied on mathematicians and astronomers to calculate the times of prayer and the direction of Mecca. Their attitude reflected a deep-seated curiosity about the world and a quest for the truth that reached back to Muhammad himself. After the fall of Rome in AD 476, Europe entered a period of upheaval and chaos, an era in which scholarship suffered. In the early 800s, the House of Wisdom opened in Baghdad. There, scholars of different cultures and beliefs worked, translating from Greece, India, Persia, and elsewhere into Arabic. All right, so let's take a look at your question. It says, what were the reasons for Muslims' interest in learning? So we need to go back, get your pen or your pencil or your highlighter, and you're looking for reasons Muslims had interest in learning. So let's take a look. Well, it starts out, practical reasons for supporting the advancements of science. So it tells you that's what they're going to talk about. So here's one. Rulers wanted qualified physicians to treat their ills. So write a 1 right here, and then highlight or underline the second line right here. Do that now. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, your second reason, let's see. They relied on mathematician astronomers to calculate the times of prayer and direction of Mecca. So there's a 2, the second reason, so put a 2 right here, and then underline it, this whole section right here. Okay, so now you're going to write a 3, which would be they had a curiosity about the world and quest for truth. So then you're going to put a 3 and underline or highlight this line here. So those are going to be our 3 main reasons. So that's for document 1. So now you need to get your map ready. So you're going to get your map out, and it's saying Baghdad, right? House of Wisdom in Baghdad. So you need to locate Baghdad on your map and draw a little school, a little building that looks like an Arabic school. Okay, second one. So here's our source. Islamic capital of Cordova was described by a contemporary as jewel of the world. The Islamic schools and universities were preferred by European scholars such as Abelard and Roger Bacon. Philip Hitty describes Cordova in Capital Studies of Arab Islam. So again, this is some type of book. University of Press, 1973. So a secondary source, obviously this person was not there when it happened. Okay, so let's read it. Besides the university library, Arab statisticians assure us the city boasted 37 libraries, numerous bookstores, 800 public schools, and a total population of 300,000. Its people enjoyed a high standard of living and refinement and walked on paved streets. All this at a time when hardly a town in Europe, Constantinople excepted, counted more than a few thousand inhabitants. Parisian and Londoners were still trudging on muddy, dark alleys. Right, so let's take a look at our question. What conditions in Cordoba does this author cite as evidence of high level of Islamic civilization and scholarship? So you're going to look back here, get your pen and your pencil ready. So let's find some conditions and some evidence of high level civilization and scholarship. Well, first of all, I see university library, so you need to underline or highlight or circle that. Then I see 37 libraries, numerous bookstores, 800 public schools, and a total population of 300,000. So this whole section here needs to be underlined or highlighted. You can also, so let's put a 1, so put a 1 here next to that and highlight and circle these two lines. And this is going to be a 2 right next to here, put a 2. And you'll say its people enjoyed a high standard of living and refinement and walked on paved streets. So that's going to be your 2, this line, these two lines right here. So you have a 1 on the top up here for these two lines about the libraries and schools and bookstores. And then you have a 2 right here about the paved streets and high standard of living. Alright, so now you need to find Cordoba on your map. It's C-O-R-D-O-B-A on your map. And then you're going to draw a little library, maybe a school, a little bookstore on your map. Do that now. Okay, so now it's going to be on your own. You're going to take a look at document 3 and read about the medical reference books. Highlight or underline your answer for Muslim medical knowledge, how that impacted Western civilization. In document 4, you're going to take a look at this one. And then document 5, some scientific observations. So that's what you're going to use for document 5. Then you have one more. Yours says document 6, it says 7, but yours is document 6. You have some architecture to take a look at. And then fill out this one here. You can uncircle with your pen or your pencil the piece of architecture that stands out to you. And that's it. And make sure as you go through each one you draw a little picture in an area on your map that would show where this would be.